Say 6.
You know what we go do, it's current affairs on mango juice. Topics you might care, coulda talking the truth. You're independent, raise your hand up too. Shani on my Nikon blogcast, no podcast, different topics, they topcast. Shani on my Nikon blogcast, no podcast, different topics, they topcast. Make sure you're tuning into mango juice, man. You know what it is, presented by Shani and Monique, yeah? You know already. A whole heap of things are gonna be going over there, boy. Different cultures, love, life, sisterhood, you get me? This is for all the independent ladies holding down a household and striving to shine. Big you up, yeah? Hey, hey. Mango juice. Hey, mango juice.
Welcome to our first ever podcast. It's season 1, episode 1 of Mango Juice. We're going to be doing a 90s theme. We were born in the 80s, but the 90s is who shaped us today. So we're going to talk about like us growing up in the 90s, what kind of things we did, what we enjoyed. And first of all, we're going to introduce ourselves. So I'm going to pass you over to my sister Shani.
Hi everyone, I'm Shani. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful girls. I'm 42 and I'm currently studying barbering.
My name is Monique and I'm 39. I'm a mother of 2 and I teach hair and beauty and barbering. Before we started, just wanted to kind of, show our little flop tops. Yes, this is Shani's daughter's brand.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Instagram.
It will be along at the bottom if you want to buy or purchase.
So, home life in the 90s, what was that about, Wands?
Oh, it was the best. It was the best life. I had so much fun growing up in the 90s. Home life was it was great. Like, living with mum, me, Shani, and my sister Anne-Marie. We grew up. And it was just a lot of fun, to be honest. We used to go out and play with all our friends. It's not like how it is today where, it's not so much going on in the community for kids and stuff. We had youth clubs we could go to. We could,
what youth clubs did you used to go to?
I used to go to the mill.
We went to enough when you think about it.
We went to so many. The mill.
Out the place.
We went to the mill. We went to Eastern. We
Community
went Centre.
We went Trinity
Youth Club. Trinity Youth Club was the best. Can you remember when we actually done a under 16 rave?
There, yeah.
Jungle Book.
Yeah.
We
actually done quite a few.
We done a few.
We had a few chapters.
And the place was ram. Yeah. We used to go and give out all the flyers in our schools and stuff like that. And everybody used to come and dress up. And all the guys that used to actually come to Youth Club used to be the DJs and the MCs. Yeah, it was so good. From actually doing that, it made me do a youth club at the same place. Can you remember when I done my youth club a couple of years ago? Because I had so many good memories there that I just thought, I wanted to give back to the community and make the kids have that sort of experience that we had. Just have fun with friends and be free and be able to be creative and things like that. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Was really, really good. Really, really good. But yeah, I don't really think I went mill that often though,
I did every Friday.
I don't think I went mill. I don't think I was kind of like on that scene when it was like my time to go. I wasn't really, that wasn't really for me.
I used to go mill every Friday because they used to do working out there and the dance groups used to go there as well. So we had every Friday I had a crew in it. I was about 6 girls, and every Friday, we don't care what you were doing, if you had to work, if you had a boyfriend, every Friday we used to get together and non-stop. We were like, we don't care if you got a boyfriend, you're coming out with us on Friday. We used to do a whole walk. So we used to go up Stapleton Road to Mill, down Stapleton Road, might see Black Swan, back up to Eastern Park, might go to Yashima's for a little bit, get a bit of jokes. Oh, sorry, Yashima, should have said your name. And then come back up.
That's just how it was.
Yeah.
When summertime, especially in Eastern, you done the rounds.
You go
and check your brethren. Then you'll go to different parks along the way. It's like a big circle you used to make.
Big circle.
And you had your little £3 so you could go to the chicken shop on Stapleton Road to get your chicken and chips with your 1 drink. So you ate And then it was just
Right, stop off at Cotton Club was the last stop. Used to you know, play a little snooker, get some jokes, reason for hours.
The reasoning. And then, I think, home life was nice, man. It was nice.
Yeah.
No worries, no problems, no bills.
Yeah.
You know, and we were safe.
We were safe. We felt safe. I could walk around and not feel like, you know, I was going to be attacked or anything like that. I used to feel safe. And we used to, like, you know, sometimes go to our friends' houses and stuff. And again, it was a safe space. We used to go there and get jokes and sing and have a laugh and eat food. And
I think our parents knew each other, which helped as well.
Yeah.
Our parents all knew each other.
Yeah.
So there was no uncomfortableness in it.
No.
And everybody's yard kind of ran the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And that's I think that's lost a little bit today as well. That community, like everybody, like known everybody's family. So we grew up. Even when I see the people today, I talk to them like they're almost family.
Yeah.
They call me Mon. They don't even call me Monique. They call you Sean, or they used to call me Little Shani. Do you know what I mean? Back in the days, like, you know, they still call me these things. Like, when a lot of, like, you know, the boys have got aliases. But I know them by their first name. I don't know them by their aliases.
I don't know nobody by their aliases
names.
I'm just like, who's that?
Yeah.
You know?
But why did they do that?
I don't know.
Every, like, person from the ends has an alias.
I know.
An
but
alias,
still,
but
it's nice to have.
Yeah, because I think that derives back from Jamaica, wouldn't you say? Because they all had pet names when they was in Jamaica, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had pet names, so I think it kind of derived from that, really, and everybody got a little pet name and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that tradition is kept going,
but
you know?
it's weird, like, our pet names back in the day to the pet names now is like, from pet names, it's completely done a 360 to road names. And that's where I'm just like, what? That's his name? Or that's her name? Like, why would you call yourself that? Like, you know, some proper militant
names.
You know? But it's not like back in the day. But, you know, times change and ting. We just got to go with the flow, I suppose.
Yeah. And I think the new generation, some of them still got names, haven't they, coming up? The younger ones coming up. They still got their little road names, which is, you just know a man by their road name, innit? Do you know what I mean?
So, 90s music. Yeah.
The best.
I think in the 90s, we had music coming from all different genres. So, but we were just out there. Yeah, we had the R&Bs.
Which is still banging now.
Still banging.
The harmonies, the sound, the voices.
Yeah. And it molded every summer. Like there was a summer tune.
Yeah.
And a summer era.
Yeah.
You know, so when you're on holiday, summer holiday, you just followed that era that was in. You know, and that molded the whole of the summer for you.
Yeah. Because your era was like jungle.
It was jungle. First of all, I started off hip hoppy, very hip hop, very Biggie Smalls kind of thing, and then I moved into drum and bass.
And how was that scene for you?
It was live. It was live. It was a case of going to work at Brooks's Dry Cleaners, getting your change for the weekend, buying your outfit, coach trip to London, rave it out.
What venues did you go to in London?
We just went to, it was all the big arenas, innit? They did the coach trip from Raveden, that used to be on Ashley Road. And then we used to, just rave it out. But Trinity was the place, man.
Yeah, Trinity
no
was
matter
like
where you
Black
went,
Market, like
nothing like Trinity raves, man. You just got bare people from out of town. It was just a wicked Bristol vibe. And then, you know, they had the part 1, then you had the part 2, you know, and it was just like, you just knew it was just going to be better and better and better and better. And every time you went to a rave, like, they would bring out one tune, and then the next rave would have the remix.
The chopper remix.
And then on Monday, you'll be at Raveden to get your 6-pack tape cassette. Because you want to relive it all over again.
I remember the tape cassettes.
Yeah, the tape cassettes.
Yeah, I remember the
6 in the pack.
6 in the pack.
Different DJs. you know. But yeah, it was just like
I can remember you guys coming around, you and your friends coming around, and you usually just look slick. I mean, the Reebok Classics used to just look white.
You buy the new ones.
You buy it fresh. And then it was the skinny jeans tight. They had to be tight. And then you used to get the like Moschino top. Or the
Saint Laurent shirt.
Yeah, just looking all iron fresh. Everything used to look crisp. And then the hats, the Gap hats. The Gap hats.
Just had to be on point, you know?
Yeah,
and
it was sharp.
It was weird because money weren't no option then. Like, we wasn't really even thinking. Like, as long as we had the clothes and the money to get in, that's all that mattered. That's all that mattered. And for some reason, we'll be in there drinking champagne all night. Don't ask me how that came up, but that's what used to happen. Do you know what I mean? We're living life.
Yeah, it was very free, very much fun. I can remember what it was so funny. One time I came into your room and you must have had a really heavy night and like your hair was dyed blonde. Can you remember that? Yeah. Your hair was shaved off and dyed blonde.
Yeah. That was the lick then.
You woke up like mash up like blonde hair. It was so funny. I was like, oh my god.
But those are the days, man. Go to the after parties, Club Loco, and then we're partying till like 11 o'clock the next day, coming out and like, you know, everyone's up and down on the street, buses are running, you're just like, lad, God.
The walk of shame.
You know, the walk of shame, you know. But those were the good days, man. Those were the good days, you know. And then I used to do a little bit of bashment ragga dances. 1
and 2 bashment dances.
1 and 2.
Yeah, Malcolm X, I know some of them used to be live.
Yeah. Just started to get into it.
Yeah.
You know, I just started to feel the bashment. Just started to, you know,
and the best rhythms were out in those days.
Yeah.
And the dances to go with it. You had to catch on to the dance, You had to catch on to the little Lagan and Step Pan Chichi Man. All them ones. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just like fire.
It was the time. You know, the 90s, it was from the beginning of the 90s to the end of the 90s. There was so many different genres that you go through in that century. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, it was one of the best.
Mine was like more house and garage. Do you know what I mean? So like yours was more junglist, and then coming out of that, I'm a bit younger than you, so I was coming into the house and garage scene, and trust me, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I went to Iron Apple a couple of times. One of my favourite memories was going to Bushkin's birthday bash with a couple of my friends. We went a bit earlier than season, so we thought, wasn't quite that busy. But we went to this rave, and it was his birthday bash. We was like lit gold. It was just the best night ever. We were just raving up. We were raving with them, everything. And we used to go to London. We used to go to like house and garage nights in London as well. It just used to be so much fun. Going out clubbing used to be fun. We used to just all go out in groups and have so much fun. And then there was the classic R&Bs, man. You know what I mean?
Your Joes,
your Mary J's,
Joneses,
your Mary J. Blige,
you know, and then people like Total started to come on the scene,
and
you're like, why does she look like that? I need that leathers, I need the leather trousers,
all that haircut, the T-Bow's haircut, with the bits coming down there.
And I think that was really, really helpful, especially for black girls, because you could now, you could see we were recognized. We had a style, we had a flow. You know what I mean? So it helped us mold ourselves into young black women.
And you aspired to look like that, didn't you? Because they were all so beautiful. They were like singing, they were doing their thing, they looked fly, and you just wanted to like replicate it. You just wanted to look
be like that. You wanted to be like that. You know what I mean? And it gave you a bit of grounding, you know?
And confidence as well, because like you used to dress like how they used to dress, and used to be like everybody used to want to look nice. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like a bit of a funny subject, but how do you feel about like R. Kelly had some good tunes? Do you still play R. Kelly now?
Why? It's a hard one, you know.
Do you still play R. Kelly now? It's a hard one because I'm out sometimes down. They put on R. Kelly. I'm not sure whether to dance or whether to stop.
Yeah, I feel a bit funny when I do hear him, to be honest. I just think, that guy, man. Do you know what I mean? But
he had some good albums throughout the 90s. I can remember him distinctly and he kind of like, because his voice, his thing's so good, but because what he done is just such a shame, because I just feel away.
No, but the thing is, if you had a true understanding of what he was singing about then,
would I have listened to it?
would you have listened to it? We did not have a true understanding of his tunes. We didn't. We didn't. We weren't open to all
my
of that.
mind's telling me no.
Do you know what I mean?
But my body's telling me yeah. Stop it. Why did he do that?
It's what I mean.
Stop.
If I knew what I knew now, then I didn't even think. I don't even know if I would play his tunes, man. That's the God's honest truth.
Yeah. If you knew what, and the sheer audacity that he was actually singing about it, knowing, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
it's scary.
It just seems like a lot of people from that era are coming
even
out.
just groom the people, them, the pitney, them. He groomed everybody in the world. That's the scary part. He groomed us all to love him through his nastiness. How did that happen?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So it's quite scary, but yeah. Boy, but I must say, like, the tunes were hard. I ain't gonna lie, they were hard. Yeah. They were hard. He is a very, very talented individual. You know, he is what he is, but...
Yeah, he's talented.
Yeah.
And what did you think of the Mary J documentary? Because you watched that again. That's another person who shaped the 90s. That My Life album was so significant. Like, it was just a banger at that time.
The documentary itself, I think as it got along, it started to tail off a bit and it got a bit dry. But the music in it, as soon as I came off of it, I was on Spotify, made a playlist. I was like, I need to be rinsing these back in my house again. Like, it just, really molded you as a young woman. And it was somebody there also to explain your heartache, which we never had. Like, our mums used to listen to Gladys Knight and you just know what I want because the music was playing. But she was able to represent our heartache and our pain and just say it raw. And everybody could understand it. Like, my little boyfriend, but it just still molded you to be that strong woman, to grow into it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
Very vulnerable album, wasn't it?
Yeah,
very vulnerable. And you know, I admire her strength and her courage, because you can see that she had so much fear, but she overcome that, didn't she? She said she just used to do it. And then not think about it and just do it. And that takes a lot of courage to do that for someone that has got a lot of trauma and stuff inside, to just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. If it don't happen, you know, if it don't work out, it don't work. But yeah, she like, I really admire her. So yeah, music was a big thing in that art era, and it really, you know, it was just a lot of fun. A lot of fun in the 90s for us.
Yeah. And there was always music on. You get up in the morning, you had on your music, and then you go to your friends, the music's on, and then someone's got their little tape cassette thing. You go to bed sit, someone's bed sit, the music's on, and it was just a vibe, constant vibe. It was nice. You know?
I think Bristol brings that vibe as well. It's very much a kind of music town, isn't it? I would say, definitely. You know, even now you still got, it's quite heavy in the drum and bass, but you've got your kind of reggae, we got carnival. Do you know what I mean? There's always stuff going on here, and people coming up, Ronnie Sizes and these kind of people that kind of, like, you know, really some good artists and stuff in Bristol.
We got the O2, and you just get just a whole mix of people that go down there.
Yeah.
So it is really a music town. It's a good representation, actually, of Bristol, is actually the music. That's a good one. Never thought of it like that. Yeah. So... who was your 90s crush, Mon? Drop it to us.
So my 90s crush has to be Tupac. I had like the picture of him on my bedroom wall and everything. Yeah, he was the boom thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but what about him that you liked?
His face. His face. I just thought he was just Chris. He just looked nice, like, he just looked nice and he was chocolate.
A look that you've never seen before.
Yeah, he was just like chiseled, dark. Like, little nose ring in the ear, little bandana tied to the front.
Yeah, just little gangster, but Chris Gangster.
Yeah, Chris Gangster, that's it. He's a Chris Badman.
So mine's was, I know it's going to sound terrible, but Mike Tyson. Because Mike, like, when he first started out, but when he got rich, he just used to just wear... just the bum clothes. He used to have the little side part with the Jerry curl with the tick chain, and he was just out there, and he could run any interview he had, and he wasn't letting nobody talk down to him, and he was just like.
So you think it was a lot about his confidence that
his
you like?
Confidence and his representation of a black male on TV that wasn't being put on as a joke. It wasn't being taken, nobody went like he wasn't taken out of him basically.
Yeah.
He was just doing his thing. And I just found that like, oh my gosh, like we can actually be like that. Do you know what I mean? And have the confidence to be like that. And him, and also I have to say Bobby Brown in the 90s. Yeah, that little Roni track with him live on stage. And I was just like, wow, how boys actually look like that. Like, what a one ear. Like, opened your mind, innit? So boys can actually be like this. Yeah, I would have to say it's them too. Definitely them too.
But they've both grown up like such like decent guys. Like I watched like
they've been through it.
They've been through so much.
Come through the other end.
Bobby Brown's been through so much with like, his 2 kids passing away, Whitney, and then you've got Mike Tyson. He's been through not bankruptcy and everything.
Bankruptcy. His baby died,
and his baby died as well. A lot of trauma they've gone through. But he's doing like his, his own podcast, and I watch it a lot, and I love watching his podcast. They're so good.
Yeah, they are.
Hot boxing.
Bobby Brown just done the verses, busting 2 moves.
I didn't watch it.
He still got the thing. Busting 2 little.
Is it?
Yeah, you have to rate him still. You could show that when you put your mind to something, and everyone's got that inner strength to pull through things. Yeah. So respect to all of them.
Respect to them. Yeah.
R.I.P. Tupac.
Right. So now we're gonna do our top 5 films of the 90s.
Okay, so the top 5 are Big Trouble in Little China, Golden Child, Trading Places, The Color Purple, and Coming to America. You could bang those out in a weekend still.
Yeah, what can you say? Classics. These are classic films. Like, you used to sit down, you used to just watch them over and over and over.
The house with we had the VHS, innit? So Big Trouble in Little China, we had on cassette. First of all, so summer holidays used to be our house was the house. Yeah, everyone on our little 2 streets used to come to ours. We used to sit down and just watch that all the time. We knew the words back to back. Yeah, thinking about it now, what intrigues me is what is the connection with karate films with our culture? Why do we love the karate?
I don't know, but we used to watch it all the time.
Memories of karate films.
Karate films were just rampant in the house. We used to just watch them all the time. But they used to be good. Yeah. I don't know what it was. I watch them now and I think, why did I used to watch that? But then, hey.
But then the effects.
Yeah.
The sound effects and then they go flying. Like, hey, like we watched that now, you think, what minute? Like, you can see them jumping off for a minute. But the little, sounds like the material's moving. What is all that about? But anyway, Big Trouble in Little China, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I think all youths love that film.
Yeah. I can watch that now. Yeah, definitely. It is just a good film. Natural. Yeah.
Storyline. Action packed.
Yeah.
I had a little joke in it. But yeah, it was really, really good. Really good. 10 out of 10 for that one.
Yeah.
And then we've got Golden Child, Trading Places, and Coming to America.
Eddie Murphy.
Murphy.
Yeah, what an actor. Big up Eddie Murphy. Like, he deserves Fad Flowers. I would give it to him as well. But do you know what I mean? Like, he stars in so many films that are just like classics. Like, Norbit's not in our, because this wasn't in the 90s, but that's one of my favourite films.
The Pitney Dome will watch that again and again.
Yeah.
Again and again. Shrek, Donkey.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, Shrek. My son was like, grew up on Shrek.
Yeah.
He knew every word as well.
Yeah.
And he just
an amazing actor.
And he plays so many different characters in it. So yeah, he deserves his flowers, man. Like big up like Eddie Murphy
and
all
again,
the way.
It was nice to see a prominent black actor actor on TV in that time.
Doing those
You
roles.
know, he let people know, and let young our generation know you can do this. You know,
and it was coming from like his comedian, the stand-up comedy. It was quite similar to like Kevin Hart's route now.
Yeah.
We love Kevin Hart, massive fan.
Massive fans.
And so like Eddie Murphy, man, he's just done them brilliantly, and his films are just amazing. Coming to America, you know,
he was just raw in his films as well.
Yeah,
that's what I liked about him. He was just raw in it. He was himself in it. He was the laid back American guy, cute with the one chops. Do you know what I mean? The clean shaven, just like doing his thing, and he brought that into his films. You know, he always was that cool guy. You know, with the sports car.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's nice to see somebody in that light.
Yeah,
you know, on TV
representing
and making killer films.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
And The Colour Purple. I mean, oh god.
My
so much emotion in that one film. I can't even watch it too tough, all the time because it's just got. Because it's just. It just grips you. Because there's so many different pivotal points throughout the movie where you're like.
It was the fact that we're watching an all black cast film near enough anyway in that time was something that was new to us. It was new to our era. It was our roots and our Gone with the Wind. That was our version, like our film.
Yeah.
And to see black struggle in that light as well, and to see not a slave film, but still see black struggle was a different thing. Like you're just like, hey, what is this?
Yeah, it was a different approach to a film. And I don't even think since then there's never been a film quite like that film. The way that it was directed, the kind of, you know, the parts they played and everything like that.
Yeah.
The characters played their parts amazingly, and it didn't even get an Oscar, did they?
Didn't get an Oscar. I remember seeing that and thinking, nah, that's the first time for me as a young person to be like, that wasn't right.
Yeah.
That wasn't right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They 100% deserved the Oscar for that, you know?
Yeah, I think we should start a petition about that. I think they still need to get some kind of award. It put everybody in that film on the map.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Look at Oprah. Like,
you know what I mean?
She's just done amazingly from that. I think she would have done well anyway because she's just got that spirit about her. I think she was kind of born to be successful.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that film was also told a lot of stories for a lot of other people. You know, and our parents and maybe our parents' had told their story and their struggle. You know, and I think that's why it's just still. I'm sure everybody should have that DVD in their yard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone should have that DVD in their house. You know, amazing film. I remember crying to that film. I remember watching that and crying.
Yeah. See that bit in it, you're just like, oh. It just touches you and then just hug up, crying.
And when he would always just grip her.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I could watch that now. No.
Yeah. It's touching. I can't watch really like, you know, heart-wrenching films at the moment. I'm just too sensitive.
Too much plays on your mind.
Plays on your mind. It's not good. Yeah.
But yeah, those were our top 5 films, man. I think we should do the top 5 films more regularly.
Yeah.
We like a good film watch. So yeah, we should do this part again. Enjoy. 90s technology one. What can you remember about the technology in the 90s?
That's what I can remember.
Them ringtones, the Mars bar Nokia.
The Nokia.
I remember my first phone actually was a flip Motorola. It was like about as big as a can drink in my back pocket. Can you imagine that with the stretch jeans? What did I think I was doing?
I think I had the Motorola, the gold one. They had it in loads of different colours. I think I had the gold one. I mean, all you could do in there is text.
That's it. Text and call. Yeah, so I remember the phone, and I also remember the cable on the wall, click, click, click.
I remember that.
ABCD.
Was it MTV?
Sky One. MTV. Children's Channel, Sports Channel, Sky Movies.
Sky Movies.
And
that was it. That
click,
was
click on the wall.
That was your lot. We did no Netflix, no Prime, no
other
Sky.
channel,
that was just the basics.
You had 1, 2, 3, 4 at home on your normal TV, and then if you if you had cable, then your yard was saying things. You were next level.
Yeah, I guess Mum loves sports. That's why we got in it.
The cricket.
The cricket.
The
so
cricket
Mum
used to come on, and the family used to come around. The whole living room was full of people.
Yeah.
Mum used to fry fish with bun and cheese at Easter when the cricket was on.
Yeah.
Like, how amazing were those days?
Yeah, those was just vibey. Like we're like our Mum loves sports, innit?
Yeah.
So sports is just a thing. Boxing, cricket. It's just a whole vibe.
Swimming, tennis, Olympics, like
Football.
She loves it.
Yeah.
So that's just a vibe at Mum's.
Grand
Horse
National.
racing. We couldn't get away from it, but it brought the family together, and it was just so nice, you know. But everyone just knew we had cable, so our house is where everybody would just come
and get it was just so funny.
Yeah,
much jokes.
Can you remember that Christmas when we got our Nintendos?
Oh my gosh!
And you got the
Game Boy. Best Christmas ever.
I never forget it. We opened our presents. And we thought that was it. We were like, oh, that's it, we're happy. And then Mum was like, no, there's some more. Going out the bedroom. And I just remember you had a small box and I had a big box. And I was thinking, well, how come when you got a small box and I got a big box? Like, what could be in there that you got a small one and I got a big one? Do you know what I mean? And then I just remember tearing it off and just seeing that little Nintendo sign with the red and white. I'm just thinking, no, this can't be real.
Because it was so much money in those days.
Crying.
Yeah, I probably did.
I remember you started bawling. I think because things were so tight.
Yeah, and it's expensive, those gifts. It's just like now, in it, like the Xbox or whatever they call it, like £500. Back in the days, those were a lot of money. So we were not even expecting a gift like that. I was overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I was overwhelmed. Like,
I played on that Tetris for like every day. I was on Tetris, like. And Mario Brothers.
Being in awe for about a week.
Yeah.
And I just can't believe that we actually. And I'm sure the TV in our bedroom was even black and white.
Yeah.
We were playing Mario on the black and white TV, and then Mum upgraded us a little piece after. But the first time on it was black and white.
I remember, and that first game you had Mario Brothers first, and then you had that shooting game.
Duck Hunt came with it, with
the gun. The gun.
That was amazing. That was absolutely. I understand that joy kids get at Christmas. But the thing is, we weren't expecting it.
Yeah,
now they know what they want and they know what they're getting, and it's a bit dry because they don't know they're getting what they asked for. But we wouldn't even ask our parents for gifts like that.
No,
we were just satisfied with what we got.
Yeah, that was usually nightie and panty.
You know what I mean? But I'll never forget opening up that box and just seeing that little sign in the corner and thinking, wow, you know. But yeah, those are the days. What else was there?
Technology in those days. That was well. I can't even think of any other technology.
No. Everything was still kind of.
Yeah, it was still developing, innit? Yeah. Technology was new. Because when I started school, I went to a technology college, so internet was just coming in. So we didn't have anything like that. Everything was just kind of just coming in.
It was that dial-up internet as well, innit? Yeah. You had to log into your phone and all them kind of just slow. And then sometimes if you're on the internet, people can't get through on the house phone.
Yeah.
All them kind of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Sorry. Sorry. So, my favourite memory of the 90s was a St. Paul's Carnival, and I'd gone to Miss Selfridge's and seen this dress, and I swear it was like £25, and I was thinking, there's no way on earth can I ask Mum or Dad for £25 for this dress. So when you know how far back that was, because £25 was like a good £70 then. And I remember going to see my dad and being like, Dad, I seen this dress and I really wanted it. And he was like, okay, you can have the dress. And I remember getting the dress and putting it on and just thinking, yes. And I went to see my cousin, and my cousin done my hair like Jade. You know when you had it up with the bandana with the ringlets? Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was my best memory. My best carnival. It's the first carnival where you didn't have to check in with your parent. It was that kind of like I was free to do what I wanted to do at carnival. I just had a curfew when I had to be in, but the whole day, like, my parents just made sure I had money and I was able to go and do what I was doing. And it was one of the most enjoyable carnivals ever. That's probably my best memory of, I don't know, freedom. Yeah, I would say definitely. And you?
I think my best memory was just out where I lived. They said we used to call it down the bottom. Are you going down the bottom? And I think that was one of my best memories, just going down the bottom and just playing with my friends all night. We used to go like to the park, and we used to just play for hours and hours and hours and just play the most simplest games, but have so much fun. We'd be down there at the bottom, but like it might be football, we might play curbs, you know, like hide and seek. We used to play hide and seek for hours. And we used to just be out there.
We were in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
It was just safe.
Yeah.
And everybody passed through, even though we didn't really live in Easton. It was weird. Everybody used to pass through Newtown.
Yeah.
At some point, everybody spent a summer there.
Yeah.
That was the link up. You know, and it's so weird that those little two streets have like so much memories for everybody.
Yeah.
Like enough people who we know now, we know through Newtown. You know, it's mad.
Yeah, I used to have so much fun just playing for hours and hours, making dens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just being a kid. I would say that was my early part of the 90s, so do you know what I mean? But it was still like, for me, it was just fun.
Yeah.
And again, that sense of like freedom, just like being free and just
coming
being
out of
a
the
child.
Flats,
yeah.
You know, where we weren't really allowed to go out. There was like always a bit of trouble somewhere. So mum used to be really wary of us being able to go out and play. To being able to go to Newtown, and now we've got a house, and now we've got like a park up the road, and it's just safe. You know, so it was a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
Sense of freedom. I remember like leaving St. Paul's, which St. Paul's will always be in my heart. But leaving St. Paul's and moving and just being like, wow.
I was only 2 when I moved, so I didn't really remember St. Paul's that much. But yeah, you know.
It was a big thing for me. Big thing for me. I was just like, wow, like it's a house and it's a neighborhood and there's loads of kids out playing, you know, and we have a front garden and a back garden. Like it was a big thing for me. I was like, oh my gosh, but yeah. Those days were the best days.
Yeah, the 90s were just the best days.
Yeah. You know,
hands down.
Yeah.
Best time of my life.
Yeah, same here. I second that, definitely. Definitely.
Then you say water lala pani bubap.